Sunita William coming back to Earth successfully. Of course, it gives great joy and pleasure. The private companies and the government sector, both working together, how good it can be, how best it can be. This is a typical example. In the entire thing, if you really look at it, America and Russia, you can't have more example of two allies working together. It is almost impossible for anyone to conceive that idea, but they are working together here. See, we saw yesterday Sunita William coming back to Earth successfully. Of course, it gives great joy and pleasure. But I am observing it from a slightly different angle, that this shows two things. One is the private companies and the government sector, both working together, how good it can be, how best it can be. This is a typical example. And this is one thing which I think we should follow. Of course, we are now in the process of bringing the private companies very much in the picture. But there must be some caution. We should be very careful in selecting those startups. It is most importantly that we cannot unless we are careful, we will be in problem. The second thing which we learned from this experience is international collaboration. In the entire thing, if you really look at it, America and Russia, you can't have more example of two allies working together. It is almost impossible for anyone to conceive that idea, but they are working together here. And one interesting thing is Soyuz is actually helping the astronauts to go into the space station. And the American astronauts are also going using the Soyuz. And then they are taking a Russian cosmonaut for such a job. So this is something very interesting. Now, what does it show? When it comes to gaining win-win situation, even I'm not using the word consciously, but even the people who do not have the same outlook, they also join together. Now, we should take a cue from this and then try to see whether we can have collaborations with many people. It will only help us to smoothen out some of the differences of opinion, but also will reduce the burden, a financial burden we will have on ourselves in doing projects like Gaganyaan, which are very expensive. These are the two broad lessons which I hope that I learned from this, and I thought I will share it with you.
What about the physical conditions or the health conditions they are going to face?
You see, the physical conditions of these astronauts are already in their protocol. They have stated what are the kinds of things they will go through. Of course, they have foreseen what could go wrong. For example, they say it starts from skin cancer due to radiation, or bone deficiency, or blood circulation in certain areas more, and the numbness. And, these are various things which are predicted. But from if that is likely to occur, so there are remedies, there are other things which are also being talked about. So I personally feel there need not be any worry on their health conditions, because there are already established procedures to take care of them. I have a feeling in about 2 to 3 weeks' time they will be absolutely normal. The only thing is they have to acquaint themselves with the present health conditions, so that they are out of their so-called space station life.